No, I was happy as hell when he missed the field goal. I mean, we're 1-0. Football games are hard to win in this league, but also, I mean, I immediately started thinking about the things that we need to address and get better at. I think it's a good thing when you can win under these circumstances, but there were several times we could have closed this game out, and I felt like we just didn't have that killer instinct and we didn't get that done. But I take my hat off to the guys. They played hard. They fought. They never gave up. They played complimentary football. The defense stepped up when we needed them to. You know, we took the ball away twice, and we did not give it away on offense. I tell these guys all the time, more games in this league are lost than won. And I believe we won today because we were 2-0 in the turnover column.
Anthony, it was a little bit ugly on the offensive side, but what did you guys do to kind of adjust and make a comeback?
You know, we wanted to establish the running game a little better in the second half, and I thought we came out in the first drive, and I thought we ran the ball a little bit better there. We got to stay ahead of the sticks. When we get behind the sticks, you know, they had some pressure. They were getting to us, and they did a good job of keeping Tyrod in the pocket and not letting him escape. So when you make us one-dimensional or make anyone one-dimensional, you know, it can be a long day. And so, but we have to execute better too. I mean, there's some things that we can do better as players, things that we can do better as coaches. It'll get better. We'll clean it up. And
Anthony, any update on Drew Tranco?
He hurt his ankle, and that's the last I heard. I know he's out. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon, but I'll get the details later.
Thank you, Anthony.
Sure.
Jeff, did you get your question answered, or you can go back?
I did. I answered Jeff's question.
Okay. Popper, over to you.
How Joshua Kelley got some playing time today after Justin went out with the quad. I mean, how encouraging was to see Joshua run the way he did today?
I thought Joshua ran the football extremely well. I got to teach him in those circumstances where we're 3rd and 1, 4th and 1s, you know, exactly where I want that ball to go. But other than that, I thought he created. I thought he yards after contact was good. It would have been hard to win that game without Joshua today.
And just how satisfied – I mean, you put a big onus on getting more pressure on the quarterback in the offseason. I mean, how encouraging, how impressed, how overall, what did you think of the pressure that you got?
I thought the first half the pressure was outstanding. I thought as the game went on, we slowed down a little bit, you know. But that's to be expected. These first 2-3 games, we're going to learn a lot about our personnel. We're going to learn a lot about our scheme because we haven't played any real football games. But I was encouraged by that rush early.
And then Nick Vigil came in and replaced Drew. How did you feel like he played? He had the fumble recovery.
You know, I thought he came in and he did his job. You know, we'll watch the tape and we'll see who played well and who didn't. But I don't think Nick hurt us. I definitely was glad he was at the right place at the right time to recover that fumble. I thought Denzel did a hell of a job of putting his helmet on the ball and knocking it out.
And then just last one for me. Nasir and Desmond were both rotating in there as a second safety. Is that something you're planning on doing for the rest of the year, both those guys getting time?
We'll see.
Second safety?
You know, we'll see. Right now it's based on personnel with those two and how we rotate them. But maybe we'll get to a point where one guy just stays out there. We'll see.
Tyrod, just in general, how do you feel like you personally played?
I felt like I left some plays out there on the field, and it's definitely room to improve and look at this film, get better, and move on to next week.
And what do you take away from that's encouraging about this for the offense?
We were still able to get a win. Of course, it was a team win, but we were able to get a win and still move the ball and get yardage in the passing game and the running game, but still, like I said, left some plays out on the field, myself included. And it's encouraging, first and foremost, because it's a win on the road. That's always impressive in this league. But it's room to improve, and we have the guys to do it. The stuff that we need to get better at is stuff that's all correctable, and we'll continue to keep taking that step to get better each week.
Coach Lynn said you guys would not have won without Josh Kelley today. How did you feel about the way he played?
I love Josh. He's one of the happiest guys on the team. His energy is always great. He plays with the fast twitch, and he went out there and made some plays. His number was called a couple of times throughout this game, and he showed us and everyone else what he's capable of doing.
And when you guys he finally got in the end zone, I mean, how good was it? A feeling of relief? Just how good did it feel after having you got some yards, moved up and down the field, but weren't able to get in the end zone until then?
Yeah, of course you want to finish drives in the end zone. field goal doesn't always win games. And today we needed that touchdown. It came at the right time. It was a long drive, and to be able to finish that with the touchdown was definitely big for us and a momentum swing for us. Like I said, it wasn't pretty by any means, but for us to get that touchdown at that time when we needed one to kind of shift momentum was big for us and big for the team.
Melvin, how do you feel? How did you feel about the pressure you were able to put on Burrow?
We felt good. We felt good. I feel like we got to him a couple of times. We kind of started him, but he made some plays. But overall, we did enough to get the win.
And then tell us about your interception.
Man, it's just reading the play and trying to make a play for the team. They was on a drive. They was on a little bit of a drive, and we all talking to them. We knew we had to make a play, and I just tried to step up and make a play for the team.
And Melvin, we've talked a lot in this preseason about the need for turnovers. You guys got 2 turnovers today and didn't turn it over. How big was that a factor in this game?
That's big. That's big because every day, our coaches, we always stress win the turnover battle. And when you can win a turnover battle, you give you give the team a chance to win the game. And we won the turnover battle today. We won it by 2, and you see the outcome. We came out, we won.
And given how much of a struggle that game was, what were you thinking when that final kick went wide?
It was a relief, man. It was a relief because we've been working so hard. We've been working so hard, and every team in the NFL and just the league itself been through so much, and it's hard to get wins in this victory inside itself. So when you go out and get a victory through all we done been through, it's big. And when he kicked it wide, it was a relief.
Thank you.
Hopper, over to you.
Hey, Mel, it seemed like Jerry Tillery was really active today. He had a sack early on in the game. What did you see out of him today?
I seen Jerry grow up right before my eyes, man. It was a great thing, man, because Jerry been working so hard in camp, and he been working so hard, and to see him be rewarded for his hard work, it was dope, man. It was dope, and I think the sky's the limit for him. He only gonna get better.
Is this the type of player that you think he can be sort of consistently week to week?
No, I think he could be better. We all could be better, but I feel like Jerry potential is so high. I feel like the more and more he get reps, the more and more he keep playing, he really gonna become a player in this league.
Thank you.
Cam, you're up.
Hey, King Mel.
What's up?
Do you have a chance to watch the offense when you play? And if so,
I always watch the offense.
What do you think about Joshua Kelley performance? Coach mentioned that he's a lights kind of, he shines when the lights are on. And kind of, would you talk about that?
Nah, he don't just shine when the lights is on. He do it in practice. He do the same thing in practice, and his spirit, he's always happy, and that's what brightens up our team. And he's just a baller, man. He's just a baller. Since the first day he got here, he been running the ball with no regrets, and it shows. He went out tonight and showed the world like he's here to play.
Josh, before I ask about your big performance, what was going through your mind before the field goal?
Yeah, hopefully a block, some miracle. I was just sitting there just like hoping something would happen. Like, man, like it's crazy. It's my first game as a nail biter, just hoping for some type of block or some craziness. And it happened. It was dope.
What did you first do after you missed it? Did you hug somebody? Did you run on the field? What do you kind of remember for that moment?
Yeah, I was hugging my position coach. Just happy, man. Just so happy to get a win, especially in the first game season, get a win. It's dope.
And Josh, overall, you had a big performance. You know, it was your debut. I guess before the game, were you feeling nervous? And I guess how are you feeling during the game? During the game, you're in pretty good rhythm.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. I was definitely nervous, heart beating. My first game, man. Like, this is what you dream about. So it was crazy, you know, just me going out there like, wow, like, I'm here. Oh, man, it was crazy. I was going through it, but I was on special teams, and I started to calm myself. And then offense, I knew I was like, when my number gets called, I have to make the most of my opportunity. So I think I did that a little bit, but there's a lot more to improve, though.
How big was that first carry in the second half? I think it was 26 yards. Was that kind of something that gave you a little boost or momentum or confidence?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Like, that run, I was like, yeah, man, let's go. We can keep doing this, you know. It's also dope, you know, to get your first taste in the NFL when you do something like that. But I need to now work on finishing that for a touchdown or something for sure.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Fernando.
Hey, Josh, congratulations on your first victory. But can you talk about the touchdown? After You go in there, you score the touchdown. What was going through your head? Like, did you know what if you wanted to do a celebration or anything, or was it just like, oh my God, I got my first touchdown?
Man, it's funny because like the night before you think of all the stuff you're gonna do when you score, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And when you get out there, it's just pure adrenaline, emotion, and that's just what it is. And for me, I wanted to honor, Breonna Taylor. I have the decal on the back of my helmet, so my plan was to point towards that and honor her. But hopefully, I can do that this season.
Were you able to sleep last night? Just since you didn't have any preseason games, did you? What was going through your mind last night? And were you able to sleep?
I wasn't able to. I was up pretty much till I want to say till like 2 a.m. It was crazy, man. Like I couldn't go to sleep. I was just rolling, tossing, and turning, thinking about every scenario, visualizing it, thinking about the plays. And I was like, man, it's here. So it was definitely tough last night, but I think I'm gonna sleep better tonight knowing that we got the win.